Alright, hello everybody. So if you're trying to evolve your units and it's just getting annoying, you gotta grind for hours trying to get these fingers or eyes, well, I've got a solution for you. Real quick here, if you find the video helpful or enjoy watching it, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. We're getting closer and closer to my goal of 1K subscribers, and any support means a lot. Anyways, back to the video. So first you're going to want to download TinyTask. Sorry to all the mobile players out there. There will be a link in the description. And you're going to want to go to your preferences here and make sure always on top is checked, and each time you start up this method, continuous playback is checked as well. This is going to be a similar method to my previous TinyTask video, so if you watch that, you should already know the drill. This is going to be more in-depth and kind of how to work around these challenges here. So first we're going to want to make sure the challenge we start on is Desert Village. Now these can rotate and cycle between anywhere from Act 1 to Act 6, so you want to have at least a decently strong unit. Now if you want to follow this guide exactly, you're going to need Genos because that's who I'm using here. This works for any challenge, it doesn't matter. As long as it's in Desert Village, it can be high cost, it can be short range. If it is short range, you do need to make sure you have a little bit of extra range on Genos, whether it be from the skill tree or the passive. But anyways, let's get into it. I'm going to have to do a voiceover for the rest of this video because the original video had so much background noise. But anyway, once we load in, we're going to wait until that timer hits 0 seconds before we actually start recording on our TinyTask. Again, I'm going to be doing this with Genos, so I'm going to put him on this canopy here. Before we put anybody down, we're going to wait a couple extra waves to get money up because we want to be able to afford the unit on high cost, so that this works for any challenge. One thing to keep in mind while using TinyTask is not to move your camera angle with right click, because that'll ruin everything. But anyway, we're going to wait until we have enough money for Genos here, and once we place any unit in TinyTask, we want to make sure we place them multiple times, so I'll show you what that looks like here when I do place them. So you want to make sure you place them over and over like 4 times. Just place, cancel, place, cancel, place, cancel. Because if you load in slower in a different run during the loop, you might not have enough money at the same time as you did before to place Genos at that time. The first unit we place is really the only unit we have to do this with, because you can just get more than enough money, like save up extra money before placing any other unit to make sure that it'll work in any other run. At this point, hopefully you brought another unit to farm kills on, or just a good unit to help you clear the challenge. I'm going to be using Sukuna. So again, we're going to want to save up extra money just to make sure in any future run during this farm that we have enough money to buy the unit we're trying to place. So I think I've got enough, 3.72k, 4.15 now. I'm just going to place Sukuna down right there in the bottom left, and that's pretty much all that you need to do for the setup. So I'm going to have a time lapse for this part of the video where it's just me upgrading the unit. But yeah, just upgrade the units that you have down as you see fit. Make sure each time you upgrade that you have more than enough money, or you can just spam upgrade them at the end when you have a ton of money. But anyways, just watch until the end because there will be a couple of steps there that are important to repeat the farm, but this will be a time lapse, so see ya. So we've got the boss here, and after we kill them, we're going to want to wait like 5-10 seconds just to give ourselves enough time to kill the boss in any future run in case it takes longer during this farm. But anyways, after you give it a little bit of time, you're just going to spam retry, and just keep spamming retry even while you're loading. Just make sure, spam retry all the while we're waiting for this 15-second timer to go down, and then that's when we're going to end the recording. We're just going to be spamming retry until that 15-second timer ends. Then we're going to end the recording, and it should line up because we started when that timer ended. Now you can just save the recording and name it whatever you want. Because we're taking the extra time to do so, we're not going to have it loop perfectly this time around, so we're going to need to place our Genos manually. Yeah, just be ready for that if you're going to start the farm immediately after. You're probably going to have to place Genos here. But anyways, now you should have your recording that'll work with pretty much any challenge. Now I'm just going to show it in action. I guess this will probably be another time lapse, so thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one, and have a great day.